First things first, welcome in or welcome back to the channel. My name is Grin and I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I did a series on my channel where I grinded multiple bosses for a couple hundred hours, and on that grind I got 2 new pets and made enough money to sell my bank and buy a twisted bow. You know what that means? It's time for a rebuild. Alright, to start off this episode, I thought it would actually be a good idea to do something I should have been doing in the first 2 episodes. I mean, maybe not the first one, because I guess I kind of did, but I should have done in the second episode. And that's sort of addressing where my bank is at now. So right now I still have the 25 mil in here that I need to give away because I have not managed to get a response yet from that person, but they will be getting the 25 mil. So we're going to completely ignore that. So my bank value right now is actually just shy of 1.75 bill. So once that's taken out, it'll be somewhere in between 1.72 and 1.73 bill. But the twisted bow is actually topped out at 1.7 bill now. So if this drops a little, it's definitely still going to fluctuate the bank value, but it could still go up. It is the Tbow, but with the next leagues coming out in about a month and a half, this definitely will tank a little bit, but it will rise back up after that. So that's kind of where we sit, is 1.72-ish bill. I think I'm going to go back to Zulrah and keep doing that because Zulrah is just insane GP per hour right now. It has been ever since they nuked bots. Actually, let's check right now. What's the Zulrah scale at right now? Let's check a few things. Zulrah 293, very, very high. What about the blowpipe here? Basically 6.2 mil. Let's be real. So that means the magic fang is the magic fang as well. So if you get any of the uniques from Zulrah, actually the onyx is probably low. Yeah, if you get any of them other than the onyx, you're making huge money off of one drop, and Zulrah in general is already just crazy GP. So that's where we're gonna go. So funny enough, I decided to go ahead and do that 3 adamant dragon slayer task I had so I could get another one from Konar and see what I get. And it's another 167 Hydra, so whenever I get bored of Zulrah, I can pop over here, do some kills here, vice versa, get bored here, go back to Zulrah. We're going to be making money. I just finished up another trip at Hydra, and I've actually done 33 KC so far, and I think I've done about 30-something or 40 Zulrah KC as well. And the loot tab is just over 7 mil with no good drops yet, and this is just straight drops from the boss. As well as I've been having to buy arrows, but then I keep making GP back from Hydra. So I keep staying over this 25 million GP, but if push comes to shove, when I get a hold of Alyon, I'll sell some things in the loot tab if I have to get that 25 mil back. Also, this isn't quite accurate because a lot of my death runes, chaos runes, and all of the astral runes in this loot tab are actually from the bosses I've been doing now. So this is probably actually more like 8.5 mil made so far. But right now the Hydra's Claw, I already have it pulled up, is almost 65 mil. So I am really hoping with the 134 Hydra I have left. What is my KC at Hydra? Actually, let's check that real quick. 533. So if I do 134, I'll be at 667. You know, it's actually basically exactly 2/3 of the way to the drop rate. So maybe I can get spooned a little bit and get that, and that would really push us forward into getting a huge gear upgrade. As far as Zulrah goes, I am enjoying it, but not having a Ring of Suffering is really annoying. So I'm honestly contemplating just continuing to do Hydra, because by the time I finish this task, I'll definitely have enough to buy the Ring of Suffering, and then I can go camp Zulrah, have a little bit more defenses for when it ranges me in the mage phase, and also not have to worry about bringing multiple, what are these called? Rings of recoil, because they'll just, use the effect of the Ring of Suffering. But that is the plan for now. Apparently, I had a medium and hard clue scroll in the bank, so I went ahead and did those, and let's see if I can get any. Why can't I open them? You can't. Okay, apparently, you can't open the caskets in your house. I did not know that. I wonder why it is that way. Maybe people are losing items or something at some point, but okay, here we go. And nothing from the medium, and what about the hard? Nothing from the hard one either. That's all right. You never know what you might get. Sometimes you get lucky. I still have not gotten a pair of Rangers, but I also haven't done that many mediums. I think it's mediums. Yeah. I've only done 182, and I've gotten the spiked manacles, which is, I believe, the same drop rate. So I've already hit the drop, or like the table, I guess. I don't quite exactly know how these work, but regardless, one day I'll get a pair of Rangers. But I know I just talked about going back to Hydra, and that is still the plan. However, at Zora, I'm very close to 500. I'm only 5k away. So before I put Zora on a pause until I get that Ring of Suffering, I'm going to go ahead and just get 5 more KC, and then I'll go back to Hydra. Finished up those 5 kills, putting me at 500 KC. Made about like 400k from it, so a little bit under the average GP per kill, but that's really not a big deal. Going under average like that when you're only doing a few kills really doesn't feel too bad. But gonna go bank what I've got, like re-gear a little bit because I'll need the Slayer Helm and send it back on off to Hydra. Alright, I've been doing a bunch of Hydra, and I figured it would not be a bad idea to actually just show a full kill with the Tbow. It's not all that different from the Lance, to be honest, or the crossbow either. So if you know how to do it with either of those weapons, you can definitely do it with the Tbow. I have all these tiles marked, but honestly, I don't use most of them. I use this one in the corner that's blue, and this one, and this one. And other than that, oh, maybe 13 right there. But those are kind of all the ones I use. But it's pretty simple. I chose to do the first kill of the trip because that's always the hardest one. Once you're in there, every kill after is very easy, and even the first kill is very easy. You just have to drag it to this one spot. So I'll start by eating the angler and pre-potting, and if I mess up some talking, please forgive me. So it's attacking me with ranged to start. You kind of don't know what it's going to start with every time, so I always run to this one, and after 3 attacks, you have to switch your prayer. Then it's going to shoot acid at you, but that's only while it's green. The acid is only coming out of there when it's green. But I usually just drag it right on over to this one, and it will hurt more if you mess up the prayer. But after a certain amount of damage, it will lose a head, and I switched, but I got lucky and it hit zeros. But when it does that little head movement, you know it's switched its attack style. So right now it's on range. It'll always be 3 in a row, and then it'll switch. But this is the next special attack it does. See, it just switched its attack style. Run to this corner. I always shoot it once over here, and then I run over here. And drag, now that it's dragged on here, when it goes to red like it just did, it's immediately going to get weakened by the vent when it says RAR or whatever over its head, roar. And then this is the most annoying special that it does, because if you attack from here, which I'll demonstrate once just to show, it'll move you out, which you don't want. But you kind of have to... Dang it. Maybe I'll do 2 kills, because I screwed that up a little bit by killing it too fast. But here you just have to alternate, and then after the 3rd attack, it does this little acid splash there. And then you just go back to alternating. And you just do this jad until the end of it. And if you're unlucky like me, you keep hitting 14s and 6s. Okay, there's a 61, not too bad. Almost done. Come on. There's another 12. It's dead. Yeah, that's a poison one. After you do enough alternating, another poison one will happen. Usually you don't make it that far. But actually, not a bad drop. 3 sharks, I definitely won't need those. But I did get some Hydra bones. And on the next kill, I'll pull the recording up when I get back to that red phase there, so that I can show what I meant to show in this one. All right, back to the red phase here. Oh, he's shooting me with mage. I was on the wrong prayer. But, so now just keep shooting it down. I'm actually hitting very high, so I may, yeah. Oh, I did it again. All right, next try. Back to the red phase once again. I'm going to try really hard not to mess this one up. I guess having the problem of killing the boss too quick isn't really a bad one. But so it's going to shoot twice here, and then it's going to shoot another little fireball. So if I did not move like I did at the right time, I would have gotten chased around by fire, and it hits you like for like 14s and 15s all the time. I think I'm on the wrong prayer here, but that's all right. And it's very annoying. It'll like you end up having to run all around like this just to avoid the fire while you're still trying to shoot the dang thing. Actually, like a pretty stacked drop at least. Got the Mystic Row bottom and top, got some Hydra bones, and actually a Brimstone ring. That is in 2 trips the 3rd Brimstone ring I've gotten, which is super nice. But now that I've kind of demonstrated that, I'm going to go ahead and just finish up this trip. And on the very next kill, I get the Hydra's tail, which is unfortunate. I don't know why I just put up my prayer. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think it's the same drop rate as the Hydra's leather, which is a bit unfortunate because that could have been a lot of money. What is the Hydra leather right now? Like 10 mil? 11 mil. That could have been a sweet payday right there, but it is what it is. Hitting like one of the rare drop tables on it, or like its unique drops like that, is just nice to see. But hopefully I get the claw soon. That's what I'm really hoping for. All right, I happened to be recording and I did end up messing up the fire phase like I'd been talking about, so I thought I would put this in to give a demonstration. So I click at the wrong time, so Youch pops up and the fire just follows you around. You can see it moving. It does stop after a little while. As you can see there, it stopped. I'm not sure if it's because I ran it near the wall or not, but you just kind of have to keep running and shooting the boss until it goes into its final phase, and then it will stop then as well if you can manage to get that before the fire would normally go out. But as you can see, it can mess you up. Like I forgot to count to 3 and dodge the poison splat, and just not the cleanest kill, but I just wanted to demonstrate what happens when you mess up the fire phase. After thinking about it for a while, losing 25 mil every time I get a pet definitely hurts the progression of the series, and a few of you have brought that to my attention. So moving forward, I'm going to give away 2 bonds instead of 25 mil every time I get a pet. That being said, I haven't gotten a response from the previous giveaway winner, so I'm going to be choosing another winner for that. But instead of giving away the 25 mil I had actually kept on the side for that person, I'm going to be giving away 2 bonds instead, and hopefully everyone is cool with that. And if not, after this, I can always return to the previous 25 mil system. But this should definitely help jumpstart the series a little bit, because instead of having to give away the 25 mil I made in the last episode, I can just keep pushing forward and I can get some upgrades earlier. Final Hydra kill of the video done. Unfortunately, nothing too amazing from it. I did end up chancing the Hydra leather when I got the tail itself instead, but nothing too good. I am going to run over to, other than just the general amazing loot from Hydra, we'll see what I can get from Konar. Gargoyles in the Slayer Tower, I might take care of that. It's not too bad. I could always maybe try some grotesque guardians, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. But I do have a few chores to take care of before I go ahead and wrap up this video. I had a hard clue scroll sitting in the bank, so I went ahead and did that to get the casket, and I grabbed my 5 brimstone keys to open the chest. So I'm going to open those and then add that all to the loot and sell it all off and find out how much money was made. I just spam click this thing. Come on. Ooh, 195k is not bad. I'd just say pretty average loot, honestly. Not too bad. Hard clue scroll. Oh, that's not bad. Almost 500k, 445k from D'hide boots and a collection log slot. So absolutely take that, but I'm going to gather the rest of the stuff and sell it. So I was selling everything off, and I ended up getting a lot of runes from Hydra, a ton of blood runes, ton of chaos runes, and a ton of death runes, as well as a lot of astrals. And I decided to set a rule where I'm going to leave 2,500 of each rune, at least the ones I've been getting from drops, in the bank, so that I have a hard set rune number that I know I can withdraw all the other runes out and sell those. So I'm going to take those all out now. So I'll leave 2,000. Other than astrals, I never use astrals. I'm just going to take all of those. So the time has come to end the video, and I sold everything off and ended up with like 22 mil, but with all the supplies I had to buy, It definitely was not all profit, but definitely still a lot of profit. And I have a 46 mil cash stack right now, as well as my necklace of anguish. So I'm getting close to a couple of huge upgrades, one of which I will be purchasing at the beginning of the next video. But I have 3 old school bonds in my inventory. The reason I have those is because with the switch up of how I'm doing giveaways as far as pet goes, I owe you guys 2 bonds. So I'm going to pick one winner from this video. Please comment and put your RSN in it, and that will basically enter you to be chosen as the winner. And I also have another bond here because I'm going to give away a bond as a thank you to me getting to 1,000 subscribers. And it's going to be part of a little like giveaway, I guess, spree. I don't know. When I get to 2K subscribers, I'm going to give away 2 bonds all the way up until 5K subscribers, where I'll be giving away 5 bonds. And then I'll reassess things from that point on, but it'll be a while before we get to 5K subscribers anyways. But so yeah, there is 2 giveaways happening in this, and to enter both of them, same thing, just put your comment in the description. And I really want to, with your RSN, sorry. And I really want to say thank you to everyone. All of the nice comments have been so fantastic to read, and I really do mean that, as well as some of the constructive criticism I've gotten. I am very open to it, and I'm definitely going to try to make a couple changes in the future, showing more kill examples and other things like that, instead of just doing more standing around talking like I'm doing now, as well as running over gear more and that kind of stuff, and also tweaking my giveaways as far as not just giving away money that hurts this series, instead of changing it to bonds, which is an idea from people commenting as well. So no, I am listening to you, and I do appreciate your comments. And again, thank you for all the nice words. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.